Look at the typical fast food combo plate. It's a marvel of commercial engineering, built around heavy, mass-produced proteins smothered in artificially bright, sugary glazes. Now, place that exact same takeout plate in front of Susur Lee. He's an Iron Chef, a fixture on Top Chef Masters, and a leading authority on authentic, high-end Cantonese cuisine. Growing up in Hong Kong, his standards for Chinese food are exacting. His rating for this specific takeout box? A 3 out of 10. The experiment here is strict. Chef Lee must take this commercially engineered meal and elevate it. He cannot do this by throwing out the food and substituting expensive wagyu or truffles. He has to rely entirely on raw, mechanical culinary technique. To fix the system, we must diagnose the failures. The base rice is a flavorless clump. The beef is tough and leathery. Rotating the box reveals more issues. Proteins are drowning in overly sweet sauces, and the moisture-saturated noodles are left completely soggy. These meals are engineered to prioritize business efficiency and shelf life. They sit under heat lamps for hours, sacrificing culinary balance for durability. That exact trade-off is the baseline problem the chef has to systematically reverse engineer. The first step of this re-engineering process is to strip the ingredients back. You cannot build a sophisticated flavor profile on top of a broken, artificially sweet foundation. This requires flavor extraction. Chef Lee literally takes the soggy noodles and washes the heavy, artificial sauce down the sink. By stripping away the manufactured coating, he reclaims the underlying carbohydrate as a blank culinary canvas. The low-quality protein requires a different mechanical solution. Because the chef cannot change the inherent grade of the beef, he physically alters its cellular structure. By finely mincing the meat, he destroys the rigid connective tissue, creating a tender, usable texture. These extraction and mincing techniques prove an important point. Low-quality, mass-produced ingredients are not a dead end. They simply require a mechanical reset to become usable building blocks again. With the foundation reset, the chef faces a specific environmental challenge. The fast food fried rice is already super saturated with old, heavy cooking oil. Adding fresh fat to the pan would turn the dish into a greasy paste. By applying an extremely hot wok, the intense heat activates the rice's residual oil, generating a smoky profile without adding liquid. To revive the minced beef, he adds a blessing of water to the hot pan. This immediate flash steam penetrates and softens the rigid proteins. This precise control allows the chef to reclaim a tender texture from a protein that was previously leather dry. The final flaw of the original takeout plate is its monotony. It acts as a monolith of soft, mushy textures and one-dimensional sweetness. To fix this, the chef introduces aromatic contrast. He folds raw ginger and sharp chives directly into the mix. These harsh, acidic notes slice through the lingering sweetness of the original glazes, forcing the palate to reset with every bite. Next comes the engineering of textural contrast. He tosses in raw lettuce and uncooked corn. By keeping these vegetables raw, they provide a sharp, crisp bite that directly offsets the soft, newly steamed rice. Meanwhile, those washed noodles are shallow fried. To know exactly when they are perfectly crispy, the chef reads a visual metric, the frequency of the oil bubbles. When the bubbling stops and the strand reaches a golden state, he knows the internal moisture has been completely eradicated. Whether pitting sharp against sweet or soft against crisp, introducing forced contrast breaks up the flavor fatigue of the original dish. With the components re-engineered, the final step is architectural assembly. Chef Lee whips up a perfectly paper-thin egg crepe, creating a treasure pouch to encase the revitalized ingredients. This schematic details the crepe's functional purpose. It acts as an active thermal layer, trapping the heat and moisture of the wok-tossed rice inside the dome, while it rests safely above the newly crisped noodles, protecting their structural integrity from getting soggy. The taste test validates the entire process. The crepe successfully retains the temperature, the soy sauce regains its vibrant profile from the hot wok, and the once mushy takeout meal now features distinctly multi-layered textures. The transformation shows that even a meal built for a heat lamp can be salvaged. By stripping the ingredients back and rebuilding them through these specific interventions, the chef arrives at a high-end result using the same base material. These three pillars, extraction, moisture control, and textural contrast, act as the functional toolkit. Each one addresses a specific failure of the original mass-produced box. Once you master the underlying mechanics of food science and thermodynamics, any baseline, even a greasy 3 out of 10 takeout box, can be meticulously reverse-engineered into a masterpiece.